Okay, let's go to capability number 2. The implementation of a pool planning system. Your supply chain planning system must be completely redesigned to create a pool system. And basically you have to think, how can I implement demand-driven pool S&OP, sales and operations planning? How can I implement demand-driven pool S&OE, sales and operations execution? Implementing leveling, higher planning frequencies and smaller batches. Implementing synchronization with the Kanban and Junjo stock policies. So the traditional approach to supply chain agility is coming from these two words, CPFR, so collaborative planning, forecasting and replenishment, and MRP and DRP. So this is the traditional approach to improve collaboration around forecasting and synchronizing centrally with an information system and ERP, it's sometimes called manufacturing resources planning or distribution resources planning system. So we try to have a central planning department in a certain way and software to do that. And we try to communicate more often with the several loops and the several stakeholders in the supply chain. So basically traditional supply chain appeared in the 90s to answer the same question we have today. How can organizations deliver the required products in the shortest lead time possibly with 100% customer service, minimizing at the same time the overall stock? So due to isolated loops and the whiplash demand amplification effects, looked like collaboration and central planning with MRP could solve the problem. Yes, but to a certain limit. Why? Because forecasts have errors and they are never 100% accurate. So using forecasts to drive executions is going to inject an error in the supply chain, and this will have an impact on the delivery to the customer. And at the same time, there is no effort to create a flow to have a better synchronization and a better leveling. So we need a better system. The better system is the pool planning system, a new paradigm, a pool demand-driven supply chains that you can see here all across this supply chain with suppliers, plant, distribution centers, customers. So we start with S&OP, a pool capacity planning process that is going to use forecasts to set up all the capacity we need in the supply chain. How many trucks, how many warehouses, how many space in the warehouses, how many plants, how many lines. So we have every month to review the capacity we have, and we do it with aggregated forecasts. Not forecasts at the level of the SKU, but aggregated forecasts. So forecasts still have a role to play in our pool system. But the execution, the sales and operation execution, the actual orders, they are going to be used as actual orders, real orders, not forecasts. And the traditional systems are using forecasts. So we will use actual orders to replenish or to make to order, make to stock or make to order. And we are going to the plants, warehouses, on the loops of the supply chain, starting with the loop more close to the customers. And we create a flow with small batch, agility and flexible capacity. Also, we establish high-frequency replenishment, transport loops and small batches. And of course, on the top, we have to change the supply chain planning information flow processes. And we have also to think about the stock strategy with supermarkets and cross-docks all across the supply chain. Of course, we will not do this for everything. We start close to the customer and then we go upstream on the really important key resources. So we try to create a pool with synchronization level. We increase value-added efficiency, and our goal is better OTIF and resource efficiency and better delivery dates, delays, and working capital also reduced. So we have to work all across the supply chain. So we have in my book fully explain the case, and that you can study if you like in additional reading material, of a strategic value stream map before improvement, that is forecast-driven push system and big inflexible lines, and then the changes that were done by the company with a new strategic value stream map after, or the vision map, where we have a demand-driven push system and flow cell line design that achieved really good results.